welcome to This Day. It is Tuesday, October 15th. I'm your host, Bree Cox Kennedy. And on today's show, we're going to be talking with Siobhan Foster. She's the CEO. She's going to be giving us the CEO update. And then later in the show, if we have time, we'll be talking with Gary Moss with the Scrabble Club. But first, folks, we want to keep you informed, and Recreation and Social Events Department is seeking recreation leaders. Join the fun and the dynamic team. The leaders assist in community service programs at various facilities. You can sign up or get some more information at lagunawoodsvillage.com/careers. That sounds like a lot of fun. Let's take a look at the weather for today and the rest of the week. Looks like we're going to be lingering in the high 60s, low 70s. Again, a very pleasant fall-like week. So enjoy that while we have it. I know winter's coming pretty soon. Next up, we've got the Sunrise Sunset segment. This photo was sent to us by Cole Young from a friend's house in Mission Viejo. The sunrise this morning was at 6:56 a.m. and sunset will be at 6:16 p.m. We would love to see your photos also, so please send those. Email those to us at lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Please send us your name, where the location was from, and the horizontal format, please. We've got some meetings to tell you about, well, just one, I suppose, for today, and then after the break, we'll be talking with Siobhan Foster with a CEO update. So make sure you stay tuned for that.
Go beyond better hearing with artificial intelligence. At Advanced Ear Care, we've taken regular hearing care to a new level with artificial intelligence performance. This provides smarter, clearer balance of sound. Artificial intelligence identifies background noises and reduces them so you can hear the soft-spoken speech clearly. Don't be afraid of this technology. It works automatically. Put them on and hear better all day in all situations. Hear the conversations clearly with family, friends, and caregivers. And remember, tell them Stuart sent you.
Celebrating 65. Exciting until you wonder, should I apply for Medicare? If so, how? But I'm still working. What is Medicare Part A, Part B, C, D? Are there penalties involved? We make it easier for you. We discuss the pros, cons, and myths. Call 1-888-225-6468. We help you understand, enroll, and use your benefits so you can go back to doing the things you love.
Do you suffer from low back pain? Hoag Orthopedic Institute is the #1 provider of orthopedic and spine care in Orange County. Our Back to You program is a unique, non-operative, evidence-based approach to treating low back pain. Our spine strengthening program combines physical therapy with education on pain and nutrition. Let Hoag Orthopedic Institute's Back to You program get you back to doing what you love. For more information, visit hoiexperts.com/spine or call 855-999-4641 to find a doctor.
Okay, folks, we are here with Miss Siobhan Foster. She's got her CEO update and a lot to talk about. So we're going to get right into it. Welcome to the show, Siobhan. Nice to have you back.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you just get right on into it because I know you've got a lot to talk about and a lot to share with our viewers.
Thank you. So I wanted to start with the Employee Service Awards. As we just celebrated the Village's 60th anniversary, we also celebrated employees who've had a long tenure here in the Village.
Well, that is definitely worth celebrating.
Yes. So I want to thank these employees for their incredible dedication, commitment, and support.
Yes.
And here's to many more years of continued excellence. And those employees with 30 years of service include Alejandro Monzo, Gardener 2, Tony Ward, Lead General Maintenance Carpenter. And then 35 years of service, we have Alejandro Escalante, a general paving worker, Felipe Garcia, maintenance painter, Jesse Calleros, maintenance carpenter technician, Jose Santillan Alvarez, maintenance carpenter, and Jose Vargas, a grounds maintenance land foreman. Then for 35 years of service, We have Laura Cooley, Performing Arts Supervisor, Marcelo Diaz, Irrigation Technician, Marcio Rodriguez, Tree Trimmer Technician, and Walter Perry, General Maintenance Foreman. Moving into the 40 years of service to the community, which is just amazing that someone has been here that long. We have Roberto Arcia, Irrigation Supervisor. And then these three gentlemen have served the community for 45 years. Amigdio Monza, Custodian, Jose Velasquez, Grounds Maintenance Land Foreman, and Jose Viveros, Maintenance Painter. So if you see these wonderful employees out and about, we encourage our residents to say thank you for their commitment to our community.
Absolutely. I love the dedication, and they probably get just as much out of being in this beautiful community as you get with them. So I think it's just such a unity there. I love it.
Thank you. I want to switch gears for the clipping pilot program, which has launched. The surge in clippings pickups requests has led our landscaping services department to explore new methods to enhance efficiency and reduce costs while picking up these clippings that our residents leave at the curb. The initiative transitions to eco-friendly solutions for pickup, and this aligns with California Senate Bill 1383, which mandates comprehensive organic waste services for all communities.
Okay.
In 2023, for example, the department processed more than 20,000 requests from 661 units.
That's amazing.
It is. This pilot program focuses on 300 units that request green waste pickups most frequently. Each one of those units received a 25-gallon non-woven bucket. This will help reduce pickup times and costs, allow staff to better allocate resources, contribute to reducing plastic waste, which supports eco-friendly practices, and provides a convenient, functional solution for green waste pickups. Staff is monitoring the effectiveness, will evaluate the efficiency and the cost savings improvements. This is a picture on the screen before you of a worker lifting one of the bins with the green waste. And we estimate this will save 5 minutes per stop, and this will equate to almost a $10,000 per mutual savings per year. So it's a win-win all around.
Absolutely. Love it. Okay.
And then we frequently talk about how best to engage with our residents and provide helpful information. One thing we have done in the CEO's office, the Media and Communications Division, working with Village Television, has digitized the docent tour for prospective residents. And this saved more than $15,000 annually. But this gives prospective residents and new residents the opportunity to watch the community video at any time.
Right.
They simply need to go to the village website and click on Tour Experience, and they'll see the tagline, Where New Adventures Begin.
Okay, and then, so that's just on the LagunaWoodsVillage.com homepage.
Yes, ma'am. And then to go along with that, we've launched the new Laguna Woods Village Living Events. This welcomes prospective, new and existing residents to learn more about the village for the first time or learn how to get the most out of their village experience. And these sessions are led by village ambassadors. These are committed resident volunteers with extensive knowledge of the community, and they're supported by our media and communications staff. We held the first event last Tuesday, October 8th in the community center, Elm Room, and attendees watched the video. Ambassadors shared information about amenities, communication channels, and more. There was a question and answer session with helpful hard copy information provided. The next event is Tuesday, November 12th, and RSVP is required at information@lagunawoodsvillage.com. And please note that this event does not replace new resident orientation, which is hosted by each of the mutuals.
Okay, so that's separate.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we have a lot of voting information to share as we approach
that time of year.
Yes. On Saturday, November 2nd, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Performing Arts Center Clubhouse 3 parking lot, the county will host a 2024 presidential election pop-up vote center where village residents can register to vote, cast a ballot, drop off vote by mail ballots, and use accessible ballot marking device and receive language assistance. This center is only available to Laguna Woods Village residents. And just for information, the Performing Arts Center is located at 23822 Avenida Sevilla. Other voting options, there's a drop box available from October 7th to November 5th. This is placed outside of the Laguna Woods City Hall at 24246 El Toro Road. The drop box is open 24 hours a day until the conclusion of in-person voting. Ballots will be regularly collected by the Orange County Registrar of Voters, and you can actually track your individual ballot on the website before you, www.ocvote.government/VLT.
That's good to know.
And in case you're worried, the drop box weighs more than 1,000 pounds and is securely anchored to the ground.
I saw that. I thought that kind of made me chuckle a little bit.
And then there's also a vote center being hosted at City Hall. This will be from November 2nd to 4th from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and November 5th from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. for those who want to vote in person.
Great. Okay. Well, that covers the. Well, not
And then
quite.
there's just other voting information available on the Orange County Vote website for anything you might need.
List of all other locations, days and hours of operation, that
Yes.
sort of thing.
Yes.
Okay. Very good information.
And then we received a warning from the Orange County Sheriff's Department
this
about a
is
particular
disheartening.
scam that is ongoing. The Sheriff's Department says village residents have been targeted by fraudulent calls from individuals impersonating bank representatives. And they caution legitimate banks will never request social security numbers, bank PINs, or driver's license numbers, or ask you to withdraw any account funds.
I don't even recall banks ever just calling out of the blue for no reason.
Right.
So be very cautious, be very mindful and aware.
Exactly. And so to protect yourself, the Sheriff's Department recommends you hang up immediately, call the customer service number on the back of your ATM card to verify their call. If you can't reach your bank, the OCSD non-emergency number is 714-288-6742. And if you shared personal information by accident, call the Sheriff's Department immediately to report it.
Okay, that's very good information. And don't be afraid to challenge whoever calls on the phone.
Exactly.
Or if you don't know the number, just don't answer.
There you go. Thank you. And then our El Toro Water District also has some tips for us as we move into the winter months and cooking activities tend to increase. And this is how to prevent clogs from fog. Fats, oils, and grease are common byproducts of cooking, especially during the holiday season.
Very much
Pouring
so.
these substances down the drain can lead to serious plumbing issues. Fog solidifies as it cools, causing blockages in pipes that can lead to costly repairs. The Water District encourages residents to help keep drains clear and the community's water system running smoothly by, after cooking, allow the fog to cool, pour it into a container such as a jar or empty can, and dispose of it in your green waste container. Wipe pans and dishes with a paper towel before washing to remove residual grease, and keep wipes out of your pipes. Even wipes marked disposable wipes can cause problems.
Yeah, I never could understand how that was possible because I know those pipes get so much use.
Right.
Like you say, these little particles can, get themselves into those drains, and next thing you know, you've got a massive problem on your hands.
Exactly.
So very, very good, pertinent information. And I didn't even know that you could put those drippings in your green waste container.
Yes, that's something fairly new.
That's great. Good to know.
So
Okay.
thank you. Those are my updates this morning.
All right. Can we just give a quick rundown?
Oh, sure.
The prevent the clogs. So what are the items that are going to contribute to those clogs?
So meat drippings, gravy, sour cream,
Sour cream.
Yeah, shortening lard and butter, mayonnaise, bacon grease, salad dressing, and cooking oil are those
Okay.
ones that are flagged as
Culprits.
Yeah,
We should even be careful about ingesting these ourselves.
correct. Clog our pipes.
Exactly. All right, Siobhan. Well, that was a very informative update. Big congratulations to all of those who had anniversaries, multiple years.
Yes.
I appreciate you coming on the show today.
My pleasure, Bree. Thank you.
Okay. Next up, we have Scrabble Club. So if you want to put your mind to work, come on back and learn about two-letter words. You're watching ThisDay.
At Motion Drip, we believe in proactive wellness. Our IV therapy is designed to give you the well-being you deserve. With increased vitamin absorption directly into your bloodstream, it will replenish your body with hydration and nutrients to support your body's functions, increase energy levels, slow signs of aging, improve muscle recovery, and boost stamina. We are located right outside of Gate 8 on Moulton Parkway. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your appointment today, as we will be your proactive partner in wellness.
What is an 8-letter word for fun? Let's call it Scrabble. Joining us from the Scrabble Club, we welcome Gary Moss.
Hello.
Hi, Gary. Welcome to the show.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for joining us. Though I've played Scrabble maybe once or twice in my life.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for this interview because you are the champion and you're going to walk me through this entire game, right?
Well, most people are just like you. They've played once or twice. They might have some interest in it. And most of the people that live here in the village, they have no idea at all that there are 2 Scrabble clubs here. We have one that plays on Monday afternoon at 1 o'clock at Clubhouse 5.
Okay.
And that one is for basically beginners. And then I run a club on Wednesday evening at Clubhouse 7. And that's for people who are really into playing the game competitively.
Competitively, okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, you, excuse me, you talk about those 2-letter silly words.
Well,
Are those the most challenging?
Yeah. Well, they're not the most challenging, but they are the most important. I had a lady that was walking into our Scrabble club every Wednesday evening when we were playing back over at the golf course near the 19th hole. She would walk into the door and she would say, I want to play with you guys, but I'm not going to play any of those silly 2-letter words.
Oh, gosh.
Okay? There are 107 2-letter words that are allowed in playing the game.
Okay.
And the 2-letter words by themselves aren't really that important, and you usually don't score many points. But what they do is they allow you to take this word and hook it to this word, because all of these places where they hook are usually 2-letter words.
Got it.
So it's really an important part of the game. And even though they are silly because they don't account for much of the scoring, they are important to help you play the game. And that's an important facet of the game.
Well, it sounds like a building block.
Yeah, it is a building block. I had a new player who just came last Wednesday for the first time. And the first thing I do is I introduce them to the 2-letter words.
Okay.
And I tell them, here's a little self-test that I've prepared for you. And now you have to spend the next month once or twice a day taking a little 5-minute test to learn the 2-letter words.
Okay.
And if you apply yourself, you can do it.
And so that's building the proper foundation to then play the game.
Sure.
Correct?
We all have our own vocabulary of many words.
Sure.
Do you know how many words the average person on the street knows?
Well, they probably repeat the same ones over and over again. I know
That's true.
I'm guilty of doing that.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, I don't have a specific number.
Well, the average person knows about 5,000 words that they use over and over again in their normal conversation. But the Scrabble dictionary has 170,000 words
Wow.
in it.
Well, we better get to work.
Yeah.
That's a pretty thick book.
Yes, it is.
So that's an interesting factoid about that game. But Gary, you've got on your notes to talk to you about the man who lost everything. What is that about?
Well, it's more of a concept that I apply to Scrabble players. There are more than 2 types of people, but there's the person who lost everything. Some of them stay down and they're out. There are other people that lose everything, but they get up again and they try again. And for a Scrabble player, you have to be the second type of person if you're going to show up. We have many people who show up, oh, I love this game, I've played this game. They lose the first time, they lose the second. You would expect to lose, wouldn't you? If you went to play golf with
Absolutely.
Arnold Palmer, you would expect to lose. So you walk into a room of seasoned Scrabble players and you lose the first time or two, and most of these people, you never see them again.
Really?
And then there are the few who come and they pursue it. And losing is not bad.
It's part of the process of learning.
That is absolutely right. And we all go through that. And if it's something that we're truly interested, we do get up again and we pursue it again. And so I believe that anyone that has an interest in words will become a Scrabble champion in their own right.
And I would assume that by playing Scrabble, you're eventually going to broaden the vocabulary base, right? Just by studying and learning new words that come up in the game.
Absolutely. You'll learn words that you never thought you'd ever even hear, let alone learn. One lady way back, I've been in this game 40 years. So about 40 years ago, we were sitting and I was a newbie and she was talking that she was a coin collector.
Okay.
And she said, Gary, would you mind going through this dictionary and making a list of words that are coins and monetary units? Well,
that sounds like an undertaking.
that was a pretty big task, but I didn't know better at the time. But I ended up learning words like Ngwee, Ngwee, and Ekpwele, Ekpwele. You know, just like dime and penny and quarter are our monetary units here.
Right.
Those that I mentioned and many, many others are monetary units in countries around the world.
I was going to say, it sounds like a foreign language.
Yep.
So tell us about the lessons that...
Well, the lessons are really important if you want to become better in the game. Now, we have a number of really fine folks that play over at Clubhouse 5 on Monday afternoons who come for the camaraderie.
Right.
And they come for the cookies that are served at the game. But they don't really apply themselves to the lessons. Now, some of them have been playing here for 30, 40 years. The very first club, Scrabble club in the country, started here in the village.
Is that right?
Yeah, in 1970 by a lady who lived here then, Geraldine Wink. And that club still goes on today on Monday afternoon.
It's fabulous. Now, is that the experienced club or is that the beginners club?
That's the beginners club.
Okay.
And many of the people that are there have been playing for 20 years here, and their vocabularies still, contain the words that we use on a daily basis. So you don't have to be a serious player to play here. However, for me, it makes it more interesting if we learn words. And one of the goals is to score more words than your opponent and to stump them. So I make it a point to come to every session with a word that I've learned that nobody else may know.
My goodness. Wow.
Yeah.
It's definitely a game to keep the mind sharp.
That's one of the big things about Scrabble. Even though we use words, it's a memory game. And who do you think would be the very best Scrabble players? Librarians, school teachers, mathematicians, newspaper writers. Who would be the best?
Oh, out of them?
Yeah.
Out of those? I suppose people that practice the most.
Well, mathematicians tend to be the best Scrabble players because when you look at the number of letters and the different variations that you can create with those letters, mathematicians think that way.
Okay.
Now, you don't have to be a mathematician to play the game, and most people aren't. But if you take that factor, like take the word race, R-A-C-E. If you take it and you scramble the letters, you can make the word cares, C-A-R-E, same letters.
Right.
You can do that with longer letters, and those are called anagrams when you use the exact same letters.
Okay.
So you can unscramble letters, and mathematicians have that skill.
Wonderful. Wow. Well, when I grow up, I'm going to be a mathematician.
Okay.
I love expanding the mind. Gary Moss from Scrabble, thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, I hope people will come to my talk on October the 20th.
Okay.
And come to one of the clubs on Mondays or Wednesdays.
All right. You heard it there, folks. You're watching This Day on Village Television. We'll be right back.
Annette, how long has it been since we built your patio room?
A couple, 3 months, I guess.
Yeah. And so how's it working out for you?
It's just working out great, and you did it in such a timely manner, and we just love it out here.
Yeah. And when you gave us this job, I told you, we'll do a nice job for you. Did we?
Absolutely. You really, really did it. We couldn't be happier.
Thanks. Thanks a lot. Give us a call. We'll do a nice job for you too.
Welcome back, folks. Let's take a quick look at the weather, and then we're going to go over what's on the show tomorrow that you are not going to want to miss. Today's high is going to be 68. We still have those lingering clouds that just don't want to break up for very long, but the sun will peek through a little bit. We're going to get highs in the 60s, lows in the 70s for the rest of the week. So all in all, pretty pleasant temperatures. So tomorrow on This Day, we're going to be talking with Alliant Healthcare with Christina Simones. She's going to be telling us some very important information about open enrollment. So I know you're going to want to know about that. And then later in the club, we're going to be talking with India Club, and they always have something fun up their sleeve to talk about. So we look forward to that as well. From all of us here at This Day, we hope you make yours a beautiful one, and we can't wait to see you tomorrow.